were both born on the same day. May the 31st, 3 years apart. They are Geminis, the twins. And tonight, well, they reach for the stars. Let's hear from both of the players. It is one of those occasions that you will never forget, as Johann Chua said. Here's the lag.
It's going to be a bit
close.
Yeah. Much closer than we thought at first, and I think Chua may have edged him, really. Marcel's going to have to take it. Good luck. I think one thing you'll notice right from the get is Chua's going to break from the left side of the box, where Ko breaks primarily from the right. So I wonder if that's going to make a difference in this match, Carl.
Here we go. The setting is set. It's a race to 13, and it's Chua to break.
Well, and there you have it. He made the one on the side every break in the semifinal. Maybe a little fortunate to get a little cover from the brown 7.
Yeah, that gives you an idea of the difficulty of keep potting the one in the side. It just went a little high at the top jaw. Fortunately for Chua, the 7-ball come and sort of stopped an easy pot, an easy opener.
Yeah, and can he come across the one kind of a bit heavy and float by the 4 as the one just kind of softly crosses the 8? You certainly don't want to push out here. If you have a look, you want to try and, you know, kind of score some type of safety here. Sure, I mean, he almost knew there was a lot of doubt there, and to take on that type of shot here early.
So often, though, you know, in Q Sports, quality and entertainment don't naturally coexist. This is really good stuff in terms of what's going to happen next.
Yeah, see, the thing is, if somebody's watching this and you've never played 9-ball or you've got no real knowledge, you're probably thinking a few of these shots, what's going on? It's easy, but that was very thin, wasn't it, Jeremy? It's not, you know, your second favourite to pot that 7-ball, what Chua's just missed.
Well, I was actually going to bring up, you know, maybe even passing on the shot here early, understanding what's going on.
Yeah, well, these two try and win the first rack. We might be here another 15 minutes. As I was talking about the pool rooms, you go in there, it's a young crowd in these pool rooms, boys. You know, Phil, you're from the world of snooker. It's an older crowd, isn't it? The fan base, it's older people. The 9-ball pool world in Vietnam, you know, the Asian from the age of 16 to 25, and there's a lot of females that play. It's unbelievable, honestly.
Yeah, the demographics lead to believe that it's going to be one of the sports that will explode in popularity in the next few years. Now then, what about a good delivery of the cue?
Well, don't think he's going to knock this ball up. I'm telling you, and even this shot, JJ, explain, this is not easy, is it? It's obviously a lot thinner on the TV screens.
Yeah, well, you know, unfortunate for Ko Ping-yi. He wanted some power a little while ago on the 6 a bit. That didn't go so well. He needed a little bit there from distance to draw the cue ball because the 8's a little covered up. So, yeah, very missable ball. That was a missable ball even if you aren't in the final.
Well, listen, as a captain of Team Europe, this is pleasing to see.
I was actually going to bring that up a moment ago, but I figure let these guys get into it.
Keep it up, boys. Keep it up. This is what we like to see, Phil.
Cole, you're a fan of darts. This is the equivalent of one of those very rare legs at the top level where it gets down to double one and they have 6 darts each.
Yeah, it is. I mean, listen, joking aside, some of the shots have been faced with Ko Ping-yi's, to be fair, the long 7. he cued that one badly. The others, you know, they're them sort of long, thin ones. Watch out for the right side pocket, by the way.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing. He hit that sweep, though. He has that process that he goes through, so it's a nice shot to recover on.
Can he squeeze this in with a bit of right? I believe he can.
Yeah, but if he has to hit it slowly, he may edge the 9 up the rail a little bit and have the cue ball check. I'll tell you, if there's any question mark, you got to bang this around. You may even go for it 3 rails in the lower right, playing a 2-way shot.
Well, I'm glad he played that shot because that's just adding fuel to the fire in this arena. Imagine if Chua kicks this in.
Yeah, and this is one you can kick at if you're comfortable at actually a lighter speed, Carl, and try and make it. Maybe you hit it kind of full and bang it up on the side rail with the 9 there. I think there's options. You don't have to go hard.
Yeah, at first glance, my instinct, I thought this rail was cut off. Obviously, it's not.
Now is the nonsense going to end and some normality return?
Just like Chua's shot earlier, that was his thin 7 ball. Not only being thin, but on the rail was a big part of how difficult it was.
Whoever does go on to win this rack, which could well be Coping Yi now, if he's got angle, by the way.
I really don't care who wins it. I just want to hear the crowd when it's over.
Yeah, what I was going to say is I'd like to see Coping Yi sort of raise the cue up as if to say, wow, I got away with one there, I'm a little edgy.
Did you see that ball kind of hydraulic off the end rail there? To me, maybe it was a fresh set of balls on the table.
That's if he attacks the shot, of course. He doesn't have to. He might just 2-rail it back down, JJ.
He's playing safe. See how well the ball's hooking right now? Again, it's playing very, very dry, very slick.
Yes, Jeremy, you noticed it on the 8 ball in the first rack. The cushions are really trapping the cue ball, aren't they? And that helped get the wide behind the brown 7.
Well, just like the 8 in that first rack, to do what he just did, he didn't even have to hit it very hard. And that's a sign of how slick the table's playing. Great hit there from Chua, though, and I think, you know, he's going to have to make another one, but important not to give up ball in hand. And I kind of think that first game, now into the second, of course, I think they kind of realized it, maybe.
Yeah, it probably threw them off a little bit in at the slide. Brand new balls, or Marcel, our referees, give them a good old polish before this final.
Yeah, I think he can get across. Can he not get over to the side rail? To the left side rail?
Got to be careful here. That was not a great effort.
And now all of that early congestion is cleared.
Yeah, and I really thought he could get to the left side rail. I know there's not a lot of future in that hit, but I think he would have been a favorite to make contact on the blue too.
Unfortunately, it won't be the case for Chua. Oh, wow! I did not see that coming.
Yeah, and he had so many ways to play it, even though he's not supposed to miss that ball. However, he decides to shoot it, but he could have rolled forward pretty easily. Played many ways on the brown.
I'm just aghast. Such a simple shot.
Could have kept the pressure, the heat, really on Chua at the start of this match, couldn't he? And instead, he's kind of let him off the hook and he's given him a free rack. And how much is these 2 balls now and just winning this rack going to give to Johann Chua?
I couldn't agree more, Carl. And I really expect him to shore up from a drive break on the first as well, so you never know where this may lead.
Unfortunately, it won't be the case for Chua. Oh, wow! I did not see that coming.
Yeah, and he had so many ways to play it, even though he's not supposed to miss that ball. However, he decides to shoot it, but he could have rolled forward pretty easily. play many ways on the brown.
I'm just aghast. Such a simple shot.
Could have kept the pressure, the heat really on Chua at the start of this match, couldn't he? And instead, he's kind of let him off the hook and he's given him a free rack. And how much is these two balls now and just winning this rack going to give to Johann Chua?
I couldn't agree more, Carl. And I really expect him to shore up from a drag break on the first as well, so you never know where this may lead.
The guy fully exploits that miss. How many times in the next rack do they break and run out? It happens so often.
Yeah, they usually at least get the opportunity to. And it's playing kind of like a Mosconi Cup table at the moment. Of course, Chua possesses all the power, but the thing about it is, I just don't. He missed the one in the first rack. I just don't see it happening a whole lot. So I don't think it has to be just one break and run.
They call him Bad Koi. He was like a fish out of water in the first rack, but now in this goldfish bowl at the Hanoi Indoor Games Gymnasium, it is Johann Chua who's in front.
Yes, Jeremy's already called. It's playing like a Mosconi Cup table. That's not good news for us. It's giving these two boys a little run out on the equipment.
Yeah, well, that's why you saw such an overcut and why they're drawing the ball so easy. I don't know. There may be a little bit of a substance on the object balls. It just seems like that, anyways, the way it's playing. Always cuts easier when they're polished. And that's not a problem, but if the players haven't had it, that's the issue.
It's adding to the drama, though, isn't it? It's really setting it up. It's, we're only 3.5 racks, 4 racks in, and we've seen a little bit of everything.
Yeah, most of the missed balls they've had missed already are missable no matter what, right? So they kick this in, cut it right in that side. Good effort.
I mean, in fairness, after 3 racks, you would think these boys would start to understand how the table's playing, so you've got to adapt, haven't you?
Yeah, but the one that takes a little while and the experience is being able to aim a little heavier. It's not so much the rail and how it reacts, but again, you don't get much clean when they're so clean.
Earlier today, Ko Pin-Yi lost the first rack of his semi-final.
Reasons why you should download Tango today. Effortless connections. Tango allows you to text, call, go live, and video chat without the need for signups, making socializing easy. Ad-free experience. Enjoy uninterrupted conversations, keeping your focus on meeting new people. Your privacy is a priority on Tango, ensuring a secure platform for your interactions. So spice up your life and go download Tango now.
The reliable cue action of Ko Pin-Yi has disappeared.
Yeah, without a doubt. And again, you can't see it on the slow motion replay, but very snatchy with the backswing. He just hadn't got really settled from distance, not one bit, really.
Yeah, 3 consecutive comebacks from Ko Pin-Yi kept him in the tournament against Tyler Steyer, David Arcady and Jason Shaw. But you can't keep relying on pulling matches out of the fire from seemingly precarious positions.
I was a little worried about this only because the way the cue ball's reacting at the moment. table, easy to overcut this to the left jaw. Gotta stay a little heavier and cleaner with the stroke.
He's clocked the table, he's clocked the balls. He's starting to understand how to play the table. He played that ball easy, a little thicker, as Jeremy alluded to, and just pulled it back for this straight 9. 90–95% of the time it's going to be dry. Combo here to start this rack.
Yeah, nice opener there, and he's going to probably have to go into the 9 if he feels like he can control it to open the blue 2. Too thin to hold.
Stretching to the max. And it was worth the stretch. In goes a road 9. And the shouts of Copigny resound around the venue. He trails by 2, but that was a boost.
Chance on the safety, maybe?
It was a great effort to get the cue ball there. He's playing safe. I don't blame him, he's guaranteed to get the hook, and if he can get it touching or very close to the 9, he cuts outside rails, so that'd be even better.
Yeah, and with kind of a bare ball up the table, that being the pink 4. Hard to get a lot of speed on this. Boy,
As a nation, the Filipinos are kickers extraordinaire, but this will test anyone.
Sorry, Phil. I may go 3 cushions here. He's going to try and kick the purple up on the green 6.
Second foul.
May not be that bad.
Totally legal, the deliberate foul. It's just a way of giving up ball in hand, trying to tie another ball or 2 up, and try and buy yourself another visit in the rack.
Yeah, if you're not acquainted with that rule, Jeremy, you might think that Johann Chua was being a little defeatist there, but it was such a tough hook.
Yeah, absolutely. And now way light with the cue ball here from Copigny. He wanted to get maybe in a position to pocket a tough 5 in the middle, but at least a pretty easy safety. Now, none of that.
The reason he was woefully short, he caught the pot on the 4 far too thick.
Friendly double kiss there on the purple. Now this is a pretty reasonable kick shot just to play it nice and mild. Oh, he's playing the jump. Okay.
Little surprising there, Jeremy. Kicking off 1 rail offers good things.
Yeah, you can make it. Lots of safety. That's why he's in the final, and we're over here talking about him.
Yeah, clearly he's very adept with the short stick. That's why he fancied it. Great shot. What a beauty. Not easy. Didn't go in clean. Who cares? A lot of people would have rolled that ball. Not Johann Chua. He fired it in 2 rails.
Yeah, but from what I've seen, if that's game 1, he hits that ball much harder. So like you said, I think that shot was a prime example. You could see how flush the cue ball came in on that rail and still opened up past the 9.
Yeah, what you got to remember as well, Jeremy, is nobody's played on this table up until yesterday. It's been covered for the full event.
And Chua punches the air, asks the crowd to get behind him. He broke and ran in the third rack. Now he's done exactly the same in the eighth. And for the first time, Chua has a 4-rack advantage. He's currently number 10.
All right, one ball down. Cue ball, all kinds of little kisses, kind of turning over, getting up table, and a look at the blue two, but I don't know if he has a whole lot he can do. Maybe he can cut the 2 into the 3 here and come across trying to use the 4 and the 9. Still requires a very good hit. Would you maybe just shoot the 2 below the 497 and just kind of use a good speed control here? Yeah, try to do your best. Hopefully you don't leave a gap. He's overhit it a bit though.
It's a brave shot from Chua. Speed had to be everything, and when there's distance and the ball's near the rail, it's easy to do what he did. Maybe looking back, I know hindsight's a wonder. There's a big shot coming up on the green 6, and it's the green 6 he missed in this very pocket in rack 2.
A much simpler version.
Yeah, and he's kind of got to smooth it with the draw, so he's got to calm the stroke down. That was much better.
Wonderful, wonderful piece of cueing under the gun.
Yeah, stepped away on the break, and of course he stepped away from the table. Kind of noticed him and his 2 brothers going over, giving him a few words. It's nice to have, of course, your family with you, but also 2 players that are so understanding of what's going on and all about their brothers. Maybe a little something to get Copini going.
He's overdone it. He's not played for right middle. That's where it's going to be going.
When players are screwing back, the cue ball is gripping the cloth so early.
Yeah, when it's slick, it just keeps a high spin rate going down the table, and you had to get something on it. This isn't easy, though.
Into these super tight centre pockets, that 9 ball was missable. Copini could not afford to miss it. He did not.
Another miss for Copini, and it's come to land very kindly again.
You might recall in the 5th rack he missed a 3 ball from distance in very similar fashion.
Gone wrong, and it often does that sort of shot, doesn't it, Jeremy? That 2 railer, you're trying to hit it really full in the face.
From his fluke took, Copini was left a wide open 2 ball. From there, it was pretty much plain sailing. Copigny, that's the cheer from the crowd. They want to see a close competitive final. And it's just got a little closer. It was 7-2, now it's 7-4.
And this is the type of shot where the spin doesn't really bite off the rail as much as your club table or a table that's got older balls, older cloth. Now, Copigny was 7-2 down, 7-4 now. The mistake from Chua gives Co an opportunity to pull to just 2 behind.
This is an opportunity Copigny would normally capitalise upon. But there's nothing normal about the circumstances. The pressure is mounting.
Yeah, he's just kind of sweet it back. Make sure he doesn't get into the ball too much. Oh no, this is gone. I really thought I don't think he was trying to go 2 rails. I think he just kind of went off in his hand a bit. Got to recognize the cue ball's moving easily. And I understand the adrenaline's pumping, but you just got to be a little vocal with yourself about it and remind yourself, I think.
Carl, that was Co's biggest gift to Johann Chua since the 6th ball in the second rack.
And this is the type of shot where the spin doesn't really bite off the rail as much as your club table or a table that's got older balls, older cloth. Now, Copigny was 7-2 down, 7-4 now. The mistake from Chua gives Co an opportunity to pull to just 2 behind.
This is an opportunity Copigny would normally capitalise upon. But there's nothing normal about the circumstances. The pressure is mounting.
Yeah, he's just kind of sweet it back. Make sure he doesn't get into the ball too much. Oh no, this is gone. I really thought I don't think he was trying to go 2 rails. I think he just kind of went off in his hand a bit. Got to recognize the cue ball's moving easily. And I understand the adrenaline's pumping, but you just got to be a little vocal with yourself about it and remind yourself, I think.
Carl, that was Co's biggest gift to Johann Chua since the 6th ball in the second rack.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, Johann Chua's still going to knock these balls in, but let's just say if he does, 8-4 or 7-5, and you've got the break in the next rack, and even if you don't get a shot on the lowest ball, you can play a push out to really put your opponent under pressure. These are big things that happen on a pool table. They really are.
If you're just joining us, the 6th ball that Chua knocked in wasn't dissimilar to the 6th ball that Copigny missed in rack 2. And more than any shot, I think, in the entire contest, that one set the tone.
Yeah, I like him elevating here, recognizing easier to stun out versus go forward.
The man who won the World Cup last year is now in line for individual glory.
It's certainly playable. It's just the distance, isn't it, that's going to cause him problems. He's having a go, though, JJ.
I think he's supposed to, really. Wow. Now that tells you right there that maybe he encountered a A little bit roll off on the table. You saw the hand go up, and remember the 2 he whiffed early in the match trying to play safe. Oh, he hit the 2. That was a hit. I guess they recognized it.
Moment where we needed the always reliable eagle eyes of Marcel Eckhart, the German referee. So passed up his chance to win the last rack co. He's going to get another one on the board soon. 8-4 can certainly be turned around in race to 13, but he's at that stage where if it becomes a rack or two bigger in terms of the margin, it starts to look like a very tall order.
Some of his best cueing of the match there. He's going to have to do it again, a little elevated over the purple 5.
The extension, please.
He's left himself tricky here. Striking down. He's dealt with that with ease.
Get a different one in a moment, I'm sure, but does he have to kind of ease this across or check it with spin to avoid the side?
He's left himself on the 50-yard line. That's when the 9 is on the spot and the cue ball is in the centre of the table. We've all missed these, believe you and me, these, when you're behind them and you feel like you should have been a lot straighter on the 9. They can catch you out.
He's got such a fine temperament, Ko-Ping-Yi. He brought it to bear there. He really tested himself on the 8 and maybe even more so on the 9.
He's obviously going to drag this in. May get a little thin on the 3. Oh no, he went back and forth. The speed's got to be perfect here. Oh, this is pretty ideal though, considering it probably wasn't his first option.
That's the shot he's faced with. He's right behind the 3 ball, so he doesn't really have to adjust that much. Because it's not a 3-9 dead set combo. But where the cue ball's finished, it's pretty handy.
I think it's free too. I think the 3 comes off the 9 to the low rail and to the side rail, and he holds the cue ball. What is it, behind the purple 5? I think the oddest thing about this shot is the stretch.
Yeah, and his 2 brothers, who we've just seen on our screens, Ko-Ping-Chung on the left, Ko-Ping-Hang on the right, they seem pretty happy.
This potentially the biggest moment of the final so far. Ko-Ping-Yi is on the charge! And when we come back, he'll be breaking, looking to get level in this final. Reyes Cup tomorrow and indeed the Mosconi next month. Tonight he's looking on.
Is this going to dress up, or is the 6 ball going to spoil it? It's going to spoil it, but he's got a good hook available, a really good hook available. So many of the finals we've had on the WNT have really lived up to expectation. Has he hit a rail? Has he hit a rail? He hasn't, you know. He's not hit a rail. He's saying he pulled away a little bit, Jeremy, but he quit on the shot. The cue ball should have been touching the 6 ball.
I agree with that. I mean, that was definitely in his hands a bit.
Yeah, this is confirmation of the fact that he didn't hit the rail.
Yeah, I'm not sure it would have got a cushion anyways, really. It was a little light. I'm with Carl.
Yeah, I mean, at the very end, it kind of rocked a little bit, but
Overdrawn in shots like that tonight.
keep the cue in your hand. You'll be going again. Back-to-back jump shots.
Now, how do the cards fall here? Not great from Ko Pin-Yee's point of view. He said it was starting to feel like a very big rack in the context of this final. It's become even more so as it's gone on.
Yeah, I think if he puts it in the side as well, he's going to go to the left of the 9. He can go off a couple of rails. It kind of looked like it.
Yeah, that's what I initially saw. Of course, it could be how you hit one of those small pockets, but if you put enough speed on this, oh, he's hitting downward. So he's trying to get to the long rail between the 9 and 7 and then keeling for the 7 up in the corner.
Do you think he couldn't have gone past the 9, JJ, or do you just feel like maybe he preferred that type of strike?
Yeah, I think he thought there was a question of it, so why not put it in his own hands, hitting down on the ball. But I thought with speed he would kind of bounce off the 6 enough to get by the 9.
Yeah, and you could see on the replay there was a lot of movement on the shot.
Boy, this is not easy. I like kind of the lighter side, easy to overcut it. Oh, he hit it heavy, quite the opposite. The cue ball not even close, really. Kind of reminds you of game 1 or 2 here.
Yeah, this was how the final started, wasn't it? With so many misses and errors and so much drama those first couple of racks. It felt more like the closing stages of the match.
Boy, easy to pull this one off the cushion even though it's close. He'll take that. Carl, have you ever seen a table from the World 9-Ball Tour final that has played so slick?
No, I haven't. I mean, we used to new cloth and brand new balls. I just don't know if it's because it's had a match cloth, you know, a cover on it, a table cover for a week. Maybe it's just done something to the felt. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe, you know, Reese's just gotten a little bit better, but we've had some matches on this table the last couple of days and we haven't seen this.
And all of a sudden, Johann Chua can breathe just a little more easily once again. That really felt like such an important rack. Win 3 in a row to retake firm control here. He leads 11-7.
9 balls close. Crowd got a little excited. He'll have a go at this one, up the top rail. 100% he's going.
good. He feels so good. Failed to perform in that European Open final, but got into a position of strength in this one. Only about a quarter of an hour ago, it looked like it might all be slipping away from him. Now, he senses victory.
Really good control there, holding an angle. He's gotten so good and so close. I think he wants to try and bust these open, that being the 6 and 9. Could lay up for a safety, but I just don't think that's him. He's going to stay aggressive. He's going to bounce up. It is. Still looks to be pretty thin, queuing over the 9. So not out of the woods here in rack number 19. All right, he's got to let the cue ball go. Watch out for the 8 and the cue ball in the lower left. And I thought he would play it with a lot more speed. He tried to ease it.
If he makes the ball and clears up, he's got one hand on the trophy. $12-7 in a race to 13. You're a big favourite. All of a sudden, Cole's got a chance to nick the rack, but he's not got an easy opener.
No, he's got to play this thin for the English to really catch with the ball near the rail. If he just misses the mark a hair, he could get into the 9 and maybe not much of a shot on the 7. I wouldn't be surprised if he went downward on this instead of playing inside English.
The bump there has worked out nice.
So, is this going to be the start of the next chapter in this absorbing final?
Wow, can you believe Ko Ping-yi has just missed that 9 ball? He can, and we can't.
Here's the proof that it really happened.
Trying to think of a reason how. So's his wife. She can't believe it.
What pressure on this, though. This to get to the hill. Oh, how cool is that? How cool is that from Johann Chua? As he snaps off his 4th rack in a row to go to 12-7.
Have to be a little conscious from time to time, a bit more than normally. Oh, he's going to get a good look at the blue 2. I don't see anything tied up. I'm not sure the pink 4 goes by the 5, but he's definitely got a chance.
When you dream of this situation, that's the sort of break you're dreaming of.
All you ask for is a chance to win a final. You need a shot at the lowest ball. You need to be on the hill. That man there has got both. He's got an opportunity to win the Mansion Sports Hanoi Open.
And he'd like to get somewhat close to this, because if he does have a pocket on the pink, it's not a full one, and the combination, of course, you want to be fairly handy on that as well.
He said about a month ago, Johann Chua, when he qualified for the Raxx Cup. He wanted to be the Jason Shaw of Team Asia. Well, 12 months ago, Jason Shaw was in this very position.
It's been such a great Hanoi Open again. So many stories. Eklan Kachi going out so early. The man who was so nearly world champion. We had Ko Pin-Yi and the great comeback to knock out the defending champion Jason Shaw. Harry Vergara, the qualifier, making it to the weekend. Mickey Kraus and Tyler Steyer both clinching their Mosconi Cup places. Indonesia really emerging as a major force on the World 9-Ball Tour. But perhaps more than anything, what we will remember from this week is the domination of the Philippines contingent. And in a few moments' time, one of them could be your champion.
Just get past the 8 ball, either side, will probably go high, like so. Get on the 8, and it's over.
The moments you work for, the moments you wish for. And the biggest moment of all feels so imminent now. Has gone to one of Asia's finest, because Johann Chua is the Hanoi Open champion. And having waited so long, been through so much disappointment, he is going to enjoy this moment for all it's worth. He has defeated Ko Pin-Yi by 13 racks to 7. Final, he took command of early on. He was 7-2 in front. He got pegged so far back to 8-7. But then there was another twist in the next rack. Ko Pin-Yi needlessly failing to hit a rail. Ball in hand. From there, Johann Chua ended up winning that one. And he's rounded off this final with a run of 5 straight racks. And now the emotion all pours out of him. And this is all the day before he returns to his homeland, hoping to help Team Asia win the Raxx Cup. High times indeed for this 32-year-old Johann Chua. He's overcome, he's overwhelmed, but he's over the line.
Gọi tên nhà vô địch của Mansion Sport Hanoi Open Championship năm 2024. And finally, the champion of the Mansion Sport Hanoi Open Championship 2024. Please welcome Johann Chua!